Hello, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Monique, and I'm on a financial health journey to create an inheritance for the generations to come. And I want to do that through consistency and discipline. We're here today to work through my September budget overview. I utilize an online planning workbook through GoodNotes that I purchased from Adaptable Planning. She has an Etsy page where you could go and find this particular workbook, which gives you a monthly view, calendar view, and then also gives you the paycheck views. But I also recently purchased this, which is a mini cash budget planner from Amazon. It's from the storefront of Beautifully Me and You, Salisa. This is one of the items that she offers. It is very small. As you can see, it's just the size of my hand, but I do use this to supplement and to help me document the denominations that I want to take out when I take cash out for my savings challenges, or when I use prop money to fund my sinking funds. So I do use this as a supplement, so I just keep it handy. Typically I don't need it in this type of video, but just showing you the different resources that I'm using. So for September, I've kind of already outlined what this month is going to look like. Basically, what you can see here is outlined in blue. These are all of the things that were actually covered under the August 25th check, because I am a bi-weekly paycheck budgeter. So August 25th took care of everything left in August, and then a few days in September as well. September 8th, I get paid again. Here are all of the items. And I think we've talked about before that I am mid-month heavy. That's even gotten heavier because now my car payment is, which usually would have been on the 6th when I had my Kia. Now it is on the 19th with the Mazda that I have. So that just makes the middle of the month even heavier, unfortunately. And then on the 22nd, I get paid again. That covers the last few days in September. And then you'll probably notice here I have on the 30th things that are typically due on the 1st of the month, because I will have to cover those on September 22nd's paycheck for the October 1st payment. So I have those documented here as well. And I actually forgot something else here. And it's one of the things that I did not realize at the time, but I'm going to try and update this as I walk through this. And so you guys will see me creating a couple of things here. But just be patient with me. But I am now going to utilize Fubo TV for my cable. So I don't know if you guys saw my previous video that we were going to do the Spectrum service, and my boo was going to have the service, and then I was going to just pay him halfway. So it was supposed to be an $80 cost, and we are going to split that. Well, when he goes to order it and get it documented down as far as how much it's going to cost and when the actual service was going to get started, it turns out that once you add in all of the fees and everything, it actually took it up over $100, where I used to have Fubo TV. And with Fubo TV, I had $81 charge, and that included the sports package, which I'm a football lover, so we wanted to have that as well. But I had it suspended until September the 2nd because we were making some plans and some arrangements, thought we were going to move to Spectrum, but I never canceled the subscription. I just paused it, and it's supposed to go live back again on September the 2nd. So we're going to do this instead. I will cover the cost of that, and then he'll give me the half of that, or we'll work out something, because he's taking care of my dog Xerxes every other week for me, so we might just call that a wash. Anyway, I did need to add that. I forgot to add that in here, so we've got that documented. Also, some of the other things that we needed was the USPS box that I have for my business. It is going to be due this month. I pay every 6 months, so semi-annually. It's $83. So I added that in. I just put it in on the 15th as the date. I know it's towards the latter part of the month, so we got that added. I also have to go in and update some bill pay information. So the financial institution that I use, where my bill bill account is, and all of my bills coming out, they're updating their systems, they're updating their cards, they're updating other things. So I need to go through all of my bills, see where I have a credit card, or I'm sorry, my debit card listed as the auto pay, and I need to make updates to that. So this is just a reminder for me that I need to do that this month, because starting in October, those auto pays will start to decline if I don't update the information. And then for financial goals, it's all about my baby. For the month of September, for theater, she has $75 due on the 1st of September, $150 for ThesCon on the 22nd. For chorus, she has the chorus fees of $100 due on the 1st, and then the first payment of the Carnegie Hall trip on the 29th, and that's $300. So I do need to make sure I'm accounting for that as well. So that's my reminder. All right, so when we look at the budget template for, let me see if I can squeeze in a little bit more. That might be too much, but we'll see. So this is the budget template for September. And so I figured that between, I think what I figured out was that typically I should expect to have about $6,500 total this month. And that includes all of these. So my paycheck, which already takes care of car insurance and pet insurance before I even get paid. And my car insurance will go down a little bit now that I've changed cars. The rent that my daughter pays me, which I pay her student loans out of, my business, and then any rollover that I have. Also, this amount already accounts for me taking out 4 tithes. My tithe amount I do not share. That's between me and Jesus. So for the mortgage, it's going to be $809. My home warranty has gone up, so that's now $44. Ring is $10. Electric, I always say $150 for the amount on that. For AT&T, that's $98. We're going to change here. Remember, we just talked about Spectrum no longer, so it needs to be Fubo TV. And I'm going to put $81. Now, you might have noticed that that is coming out of my August 25th check for the first time in September, but I'm going to save in September for when it's going to come out on October the 2nd. So I do still need to have that here, and that is on the 2nd. So I'm just going to list that there. Okay. Then gas is a set 102. Verizon is 200, Apple Care 5, and water 25. Planet Fitness is 25, Audible is 15. I take that back. No, that is 15, and Netflix is 16. There you go. My OneDrive is $2. Lawn, I'm gonna do my lawn. Meh. We should be close to getting this done where we don't have to worry about that doing that anymore. So 65 times 2 equals 130. So I'm going to say 130 for that. Xerxes needs grooming. I don't know if it's going to come from me or from my boo. So I'm going to say 50. And UPS box is 83. I don't have to pay anything for my GoDaddy for the URLs that I have. And then Simplify is not due until December. So let's come out a little bit. Let's add this together and let's see where we are. And let me zoom up just a little bit. All right, there you go. All right, so 809 plus 44 plus 10 plus 150, 98, 81, 102, 200, 5, 25, 25, 15, 16, 2, 130, 50, and 83. I got $1,845. Let's take that out of 6,500, and that looks like I should have about 4,655 remaining for my other categories. All right, so for Chase savings, I usually try and do $25 every check. So we'll say here that that's going to be 50. Affinity is where I save for rollover, for getting 1 month ahead in my bills. So I'm going to say 50 for right now for that. And then for savings challenges, I've got the pennies challenge, and that's usually any money that I have left over in variables. Not doing the 52-week challenge any longer. I use that money to cover some other things, so that's already, and I'm not ready to get started on that yet. And my other savings challenges not until October. So, but I do want to start up maybe Glamopoly again, pennies, Glamopoly. I'm going to say $150. We'll see how that works out. So all of that totals 200. Wrote it in the wrong spot. All right, so all of that totals 200. And remove that from 46, 55, 44, 55. All right, this, as far as my sinking funds are concerned, I'm going to have $800 to save. So I do $400 every paycheck. That's my budget. So I already know I want to save. Property insurance has to be $150. For Corinne, I will know I want to save $200. For household emergency, I know that's $100. Household, I know that's $50. Taxes is $20. And let's see, I'm not going to save anything for new whip. And I'm going to account for Glamopoly out of my savings challenge. So let's see where we are at now. And I think I talked about, and I still had not done that, I talked about changing the name of medical and making that deductible. So let me do that now. And I'll clean this writing and everything up later. So I know I want to do 800. Let's move it over a little bit. Well, let's take out the 100 for emergency, minus 50 for household, minus 150 for property insurance, minus 20 for taxes for the month, minus 200 for Corinne. That's $280. So deductible, I was doing 60 every paycheck. I would like to do at least 60. So let's say minus 120. Let's put a 120 there. Xerxes is not bad. That's going to be 10. I'm going to say $25 for Xerxes, since I don't have to worry about doing as much as I did before, since he will already have his yearly view done, yearly checkup done, sorry. So I have 135 left. I'm going to say 60. And birthday, at least 75. That's not good, because I think I want to save 80 in car maintenance. I'm five over, and I still haven't saved anything for date night. So something's got to give. All right, Xerxes, let me take my 5 back from you. That gets me at least even. Corinne's got 100. Property insurance has to stay there. This has to stay. This has to stay. This has to stay. So car maintenance, let's go with 50. 60, 70, 80. That gives me 30. And then I'll put that 30 here. All right, so let's add that up. 20 plus 120, 60, 200, 50, 30, 20, 150, 50, 100, $800. All right, cool. So that's 800. My final number here was 44.55 minus 800 equals 36.55. 36.55. I'm gonna skip expenses. Let's go down here. So I've used Discover. My Discover had a 0% APR offer on balance transfers. So I used that to take care of Best Buy. So Best Buy, nothing due. And Discover, I'm going to put at my same 200 that I typically was paying before when I had a balance. So we'll move back to 200 for that. Kohl's, I'm only going to pay them one time. Let's say 95. Green Sky is 90. Kia is not Kia any longer. That is going to be Bridgecrest. That is due on the 19th. But the payment is still the same, $503. And rooms to go payment is $168. All right, so 200 minus 95 minus 90 minus 503. What am I doing? 200 plus 95, 90, 503, 168, $1,056. All right, we're going to subtract that from, oh man, I didn't write my total down up there at the top. So it was 44.55 minus 800, 36.55. Forgot to write that. 36.55. And then minus 1056 is 2599. That's how much I have left. So groceries, I moved that up to $100 a week. I think it's 4 weeks, so that should be $400. Gas, I moved to $60 every week times 4 is $240. Dining is $60 every week, so that's $240. Home is $50 every week times 4 is $200. Entertainment is $15 every 2 weeks times 4 is $60. Personal is $20 every 2 weeks. I'm sorry, every week times 4 is $80, and miscellaneous is $30 a week times 4 equals $120. So 400 plus 240 plus 240 plus 200 plus 60 plus 80 plus 120 equals $13.40. It says I have $25.99 left, so $13.40 minus $25.99 equals $1,259, and that is not true, because one of the things that I have to document somewhere, I don't have space here, but I don't have, I'm guessing here, since I got rid of Best Buy, this is what I was supposed to do. Man, this is crazy. I forgot to put student loan, and that's $250. So that means instead of this being $10.56, it was $10.56 plus $250, and that equals $13.06. So 36.55 minus 13.06 equals 23.49. And then 23.49 minus 13.40. $1,009. Now, out of this $1,009, what I'd like to do is contribute a little bit more to savings. For sure, I am going to need to contribute more to Corinne, which is going to be great because of how much money that I need to save for her. And I am going to try and beef up my deductible. And there was one other thing. Xerxes may need to be boarded the month of September on 9/15 through 9/18. Xerxes. I'm gonna write that up here. Board, because I need to remember that. So that's going to be another $150. So let's try and work out where this $1,009 would go to. So for this, I'm going to bump up savings challenges to 300. I want to bump up affinity to 100. Okay. Oh, I want to, she needs another 400. So let's do 400 instead of 200. And deductible here, let's bump that up to 200. So out of that 1,009, I'm gonna add 80. Take away another 80 there, 200 there. Did I do that right? So 1,009 minus 80, because 80 is the difference here. So I'm bumping that up, minus 200. 200 is the difference here, and I'm bumping that up, minus 50. And then the difference here is 150. So minus 150 equals. So I have roughly remaining about $529. And what I need to do then, because what's not listed here is my mom has a bill at JCPenney's for my daughter where she gave her some money or let her order some things from JCPenney, and my mom now has a bill there, and it was a zero balance on that. So I do want to contribute more money to that. And then I will look to see whether or not I can contribute any additional money, maybe to Discover, to try and pay them off a little bit earlier. But right now, this is what I have documented as the amount based on what I believe that I'm going to get as far as that $6,500 is concerned. I hope these numbers work out right. I'm going to go back through them and make sure I didn't forget anything. If you guys saw anything where I messed up any numbers, please feel free to comment down below. It takes a village. So I appreciate your help and your support. Thanks, everybody. You guys have a good one.